Yes, my people, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. We're back again. This one, another breaking news. We still come out again. Now, no say story, the finish for our state, Edo State, and to be precise, Benin City. Now, the most story, the breaking news, what they carry, they give you now, and Benin City there, it dey happen. We have another land grabbing situation again. What happen for Benin City? This story, so this one go shock you now, not be small. This one another one where our brother Emmanuel Agbogun comrade na him handle this one so he handle am for us. As we dey talk am before, say our brother comrade Emmanuel Agbogun is doing a great job in that Edo state. Although we still have one of two persons that still have the perspective wrongly about this our brother Emmanuel Agbogun. But for me personally, I know he's doing a good job and he's showcasing it with evidence and everything. They come out, they carry the talk. My people, we don't tell what they talk about this our state issue. It don't tire me and it don't tire you. But I go want make una listen to this one because when it comes to a very sensitive issue like this, he get where we dey talk reach. More not forget, say this one still involve our great palace secretary, Frank Erabor. Now, no say his name don't come out now for so many cases where concern land issue, where concern bribery, where concern give money, not talk, where concern nepotism. My people, everything allegedly, they make una hear from the horse's mouth. As he come to us, now so they give out to una. Now una go judge am, how una see am. But this matter, if e never tire some of una, e don tire someone like me. Because we cannot continue like this, my Edo people. The intimidation is getting too much. Make una hear this one by una sef. I dey here. Any comment wey una leave for me, I promise say the one wey I go fit answer, I go answer am. The one wey I no go fit answer, I go by pretend say this God go wey I put for my eye, so I no use am see am because I no want una go drag me for corner wey not too concern me like that. My people, my lovely Naija Watch family, make una hear another breaking news. This one, e go shock una. Yes, e go shock una. Una do well. I appreciate all of una. Make I look the comment section. If una dey here with me, I suppose they appreciate all of una. I see Mommy Diaspora right there. Thank you, Mommy. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon, Maria Palmer. Thank you for joining us. Olami Lekan, thank you very much for joining us. Osas, Israel Asamuta, thank you so much for all of una wey join us right now. Make una hear this story as it go shock una from our brother, comrade Emmanuel Agbogun. He has always been doing it and he has done it again. Make una hear this one.
A wonderful good afternoon to you all my conscious Edo people watching me from Nigeria and wherever you find yourself across the globe. A wonderful good day to you as today remains a wonderful peaceful Wednesday 23rd of June 2021. You all be wondering why we're discussing this hot afternoon after a robust section of discussion with the Ohe of Okoromi. Sitting next to me is an Okaigele of sorry for that mistake. Sitting next to me is the Nogie of Ikpe community in ikpoba local government area of Edo State. He happens to be a fine gentleman, but the complaints I'm hearing, I think it is appropriate that we share it with relevant authorities, as the case may be. Before I give him audience to speak, I just want to throw some light into the reports I have gathered thus far from Ikpe. Unlike what we used to have in other communities where they say the Enogies are actually fighting and oppressing the leadership of the community to the detriment of their own private interests, in Ikpe community, the citizens, the aboriginal people of Ikpe, has since choosing to the path of violence to destroy, cause mayhem, scatter the residents. When I mean the residents, the palace of the Enogie of Ikpe. So you all know that what we have been hearing over time is Enogie, taking full charge of the community. But this time around, this gentleman seems not to even be able, not to be able to have access to the community. As I speak to you, his mother is in the cemetery. in the mortuary where she intends to be laid to rest. But as I speak to you now, the community is not even allowing any form of burial rites to take place, despite the fact that the remains of the late Enogie, his father, who he succeeded from as the Enogie of Ikpe, his remains are lying in his palace in Ikpe. So I don't know how we want to marry these things, but I want to give our Enogie the opportunity to speak to conscious Edo people. Thank you very much. So Enogie, you are welcome.
Good day.
Good day. So I hope you don't mind if you can stretch the rest of your interview with me in spoken English, so that everybody, those of us who are Beninese who cannot hear, and those who can also hear, and sympathizers will also understand what you have to say. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I'm the son of the Enogie of Ikpe who died 1996. And immediately after all the burial rites was done, according to the dictates of the kingmakers in the village and the elders,
Wonderful.
I was made the Enogie of that place by way of primogeniture. That is from father to son.
Son, hereditary.
Hereditary. That's hereditary primogeniture. So ever since I've been the Enogie of that place, before then there has been no crisis in Ikpe during the time of my great grandfather, my grandfather, and my father. But during my time, before I ascended, or when I ascended, between that 1996 up to 2004, Ikpe was very peaceful. I was administering the entire community. By that late 2004, somebody who happened to be a brother to the secretary to my father, who lives in Japan, came and he said he dreamt and he was crowned. That was how the trouble started. Me also, I was not in town when the elders of the community called me that somebody is already usurping my office or trying to usurp my office as the Nogie. The community clamored and called for me how to honor their call. As I came, they told me that one Mr. Victor Yore is claiming a Nogieship in that village. I challenged the kingmakers because to be a Nogie, there are kingmakers. You don't just assume the office of a Nogie. It's not a family affair. It's strictly a community affair, and to some extent, the community, the family equally have a role to play. But the community are the main people who knows who they are Nogie. And before their eyes, I was ascended. That was why they sent for me. I said, why would this kind of thing be happening? The elders of the land who knows the history, ranging from Ojonwore to the least elder of the land, they know the history of the land. Why would they allow the use of somebody they equally know their history too, just like they know mine, to be usurping? I confronted. They told me that's why they sent for me. Actually, we went to the palace. We took to the palace to notify the Oba of Benin, Oba Hereditary of blessed memory, and they confirmed to him that I was the Nogie of Ikpe.
Okay, my people. Mommy Diaspora said that the audio is very low. Yes, that's the best that we can give. That was the fourth from Emmanuel Agbogun's side. We've tried our best. There's nothing we can really do. So I think, but it's going to increase later on, though. But at the moment, we all need to strain to hear what he's saying. I'm so sorry about this. This is not our own fault. Thank you very much for your understanding.
So there was also some interest group in the palace, some chiefs who the guy that came went for, maybe probably to lobby, which includes probably Osazuwa, Frank Erabor, and some other chiefs. Frank Erabor and some other chiefs.
Yeah, this Mr. Osazuwa, sorry for cutting you, sir. This Mr. Osazuwa, this Chief Osazuwa, what's
Mr.
the
Sazuwa Oronsaye Gobadia.
do you know his title in the palace?
He was acting as a PA, just like a PA. He has an office, but people call him PA, but I don't know whether it is officially PA. But I know some document will coming from that office. But he was not the Benin Traditional Council secretary. But he's late now.
Okay.
He's late now. His name is Sazuwa Oronsaye Gobadia. So when the match now started, the Monobara set up a panel. The panel was headed by Chief Douglas Uso, the Odobawu of Benin Kingdom. It was one time the ikpoba local government chairman. After his investigation, it was a 10-man panel. I can even mention some of the chiefs that constituted the panel set up by the Oba of Benin. Chief Odobawu of Benin Kingdom was the chairman of the panel of inquiry. Chief Folayo of Benin was a member. Chief Osasinyomba was a member. Chief Edoba Yoka was a member. Chief Obama Yinibiwe of Benin was a member. Chief Atekoba of Benin Kingdom was a member. Chief Awobai was also a member, and Chief Alefoba a member. The secretary to the committee of inquiry was Osaitin Aswen. This meeting was held at the palace, not outside the palace. And at the end of their investigation, they came up with their findings and recommendations. While that findings and recommendation was going on that Enogie issue, before they could give their final verdict to the Oba of Benin, of Blessed Memory of Bayero Jawa, Osazuwa now wrote a letter to me. The letter dated 12 November 2007. He wrote a letter to me and he said, I quote, he said, there is nothing like a Nogie of Ikpe in Benin Kingdom. And as such, the issue of aspiring for the title does not arise. He quoted from investigation into the role of chiefs in Midwestern State, a report in respect of Benin West and Benin East Division, Patrick Report, Bendel State of Nigeria Gazette 41 volume 27 of 18 June 1990, and the intelligence report on Obajere District, Benin Division by H.F. Marshall, that there is nothing like a Nogie of Ikpe in the kingdom, and as such, we should not aspire for it. This letter was directed to me. Seeing the letter, I also saw that he also directed letter to the person that was trying to use up my office. And meanwhile, in all this, Osaruwa was not a member of the panel. He was just protruding from nowhere. Then that gave the members of the panel concern, and they actually wanted to hear from him how he came about all these things. But somewhere along the line, we started hearing what is called okha. That okha was not in anywhere in the picture of the previous investigation. The person that want to use my office came that he was the Enogie. And I was sitting Enogie. So when he now brought this letter, this now brought confusion to the system. Then I was okay, well. I said, well, if they say there's no Enogie or cow, whatever they want to call me, as long as it is my father is hereditary. Any name they wish to call me, so be it, as long as it still remain hereditary from father to son, and I'm still the person, since I'll be the substantive person. So the panel started using Enogie and okha interwovenly. They were not balancing it because I couldn't got to know that it's like they were trying to create a new office, an office of okha, so that maybe that guy
Can
that
ascend to that office?
cannot be there, so that we'll not be having either Enogie, another person will be bearing okha. Are you getting me? So I saw the intelligence of the panel. They were not using it together. To prove what I'm saying, in their findings, they in their findings and recommendation, there is a clause there just to buttress what I've said, that they were trying to block the use of or the creating an office for somebody who is not supposed to be in charge of that office. In their findings and recommendations, they said something here that the family of late Paobaze lineage has been in charge of affairs as the okha of Ikpe. They now went further to say that although the committee was aware of the existence of the royal lineage of Ekosu family in Ikpe village, but late Ekosu Aredo was never the Nogie nor the okha of Ikpe, as his son Erenayore Ekosu, his son, cannot assume the position through merging. That was the report of the panel. You get the two panel.
The panel that started in 2007.
That panel that started here. Now said it is they were still referring to my lineage. They were talking of a lineage. It's a lineage China. They were referring to me lineage. We are big in the helm of affair, and as such, to be there. That this person who is calling saying that is also trying to resolve that office. That same person, are you getting me? His lineage has never been. So his son cannot assume that office through merging. Because when he came, that's what he told the panel, that he dreamt that he was crowned. That was how he came. So that issue now, they now do like that. Then in their final conclusion, they now recommended to the Oba that, my lord, it is the view of the above that this committee heartedly recommended for your royal majesty consideration and approval that the lineage of late Paobaze be allowed to carry on with the traditional obligation as the okha of the village, and as such, Solomon Obaze, the next in line of late Paobaze, is to be confirmed as the okha of the village, so that the Benin traditional association can be well represented. That was the final of the panel. They now reported this thing to the monarch. And this evidence was backed up by the testimony from the elders of the land, and the kingmaker of the land, and
that's the
Odiowure, the 4 elders up to the 6 elders of the land. Are you getting me? Those are their testimonies. Was that their names are equally here? Are you getting me? They testify that, the palace can rule in my favor because of the fact that we are not like I myself. I have not experienced that kind of thing. I have not heard that they drag such title before. Because I assume, just like you being the first son, your father is late, every other person know that you are the first son. Your genealogy should know automatic, it's an automatic something. So I thought the matter ends there. Are you getting me? The Obana said they should go and we'll start doing, the elders should start working with me the way we have been doing it. So
was there a written document from the palace to that effect?
This is the recommendation because it's a statute that has been existing. Are you getting me? The statute that have been existing
So
from father to son.
like what I'm trying to say here is that did the Oba give any recommendation?
You know, when Oba set a committee, findings and recommendation should be given to the Oba. The Oba will adopt that. That's what it means. The Oba will adopt whatever findings the committee is bringing to him, because the Oba himself cannot go out and make such inquiries. That's why the Oba have to set up a committee. You go and verify this thing and tell me the truth.
Yeah.
So they haven't gone there They came to the Oba and reported to the Oba that this is their or this was their finding. Are you getting me? Then the Oba adopted it and said, so be it. So be it. So be it. Are you getting me? So that was what happened. Ordinarily, by hereditary, it's not a contestable something. Then before you know, this same guy was now parading a single document claiming, as a result of this panel report that was carrying 42 pages, that he was made the okha of the village. Me, I was now having the panel report. He was now carrying a single sheet of recommendation. Are you getting me? It's just like me, somebody writing a WAEC. They tell you pass English, pass maths, pass all the subjects. You were rated grade 1 or grade 2. Are you getting me? You were supposed to be rated, or they rate you based on your scores.
Yes.
You are carrying the transcript. Somebody is carrying a result, and he has no transcript. Somebody is carrying a transcript. He has no result. Somebody is carrying a result. He has no transcript. When I now discovered that, based on when he was not trying to be arrested, he brought in court boys to be fighting, terrorizing everywhere, going to various media homes to tender the paper he was carrying. Then it was true that I got to know that he's carrying some paper. When I went through the paper, he now wrote that they make a lawyer to write to the palace. They now reply the lawyer. The lawyer is Tom Oyehina, Esquire, Fair Justiciar Chamber, 5 Ilogbe Close, Old Benin Road, GRA. They now wrote, I am directed by the Omonoba Neduku Apolopolo to acknowledge receipt of your letter. I talked to the lawyer now. Volume so blah blah blah, 21st May 2009, and to say that the Omonoba and chief Frank Erabor to be the rightful person as the Okha of Ikpe village, Bobaka local government, Edo State, when the issue of Okha of Ikpe was decided on the 25th of February 2009, and this was the decision.
Okay, but who is this?
This is Oronsai that wrote this now. The Oronsai Gobadi now.
Yeah, I know
It's late now.
This is the Oronsai Gobadi that wrote this.
Yes.
But what I'm trying to find out, which name was mentioned here?
He mentioned the other guy, the Ekoswe Agedo.
Okay.
The guy that was contesting with me, the guy that said he dreamt.
Yes.
He now mentioned Egenayore Ekoswe Agedo. Are you getting me? Not to my knowledge, not to the committee, not to the committee knowledge,
Not even to the community's knowledge.
not to even to the community's knowledge.
So where is this Agedo now?
He's within. He's still within. He's still parading. He's even parading the town. He's parading the town. As I'm here, he's equally somewhere. He's parading himself, introducing himself as the Okha. So this is the letter. Then it was based on this. When I tried to go to the palace to notify the Omo of the outcome of all these things, because I am carrying a panel of inquiry set by the Omo himself, which both of us attended, and somebody is now carrying a paper saying that he was the one. I had never attended any different committee, different to from what the one that is there, and they are now saying when the issue of Okha was decided at Ikpe. When it was decided, if there was going to be a contrary view to this, I should have been in the panel too. And the committees were supposed to be in the panel too. That would have changed or altered what is here.
No, because from what you just said, now they made recommendation to the committee sitting on in the year 2007. From what this letter you are reading out now, they also made recommendations to this committee findings.
Yes, they also make recommendations to the committee, and the committee finding is reflecting me.
Yes.
And so they are putting a different person's name here.
Okay.
Are you getting me? You get the love now. They are making reference to this panel that was set,
and they also giving a different recommendation.
Different recommendation.
To somebody who the panel did not.
So we are now carrying two different years. We are now carrying two different documents. So and this one is 44 pages, and this one is just one single sheet.
Okay, in this entire findings, after this, would I call it a letter from the palace came out? What was your next line of action?
I tried to seek an audience with the Oba. These people, they started blocking me from seeing the Oba. All effort to see the Oba proved abortive. I will use DHL. I will use some. They barricaded the palace, fight me with hoodlums, and try to intimidate me with oath that I should not come to the palace again. Blah 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 blah. But it did not work. I persisted. I used all manner of write-up. I met people like Iyasa of Benin. I met people like Eson of Benin. I met so many people I cannot mention their name. They said those boys are terrible. That these things, Yoruba may not be aware. That even if they submit my letter, if they are not there, they will go back there and remove the letter. At a particular time, I had a lawyer who eventually became a PA to the Oba, one barrister, once year or so. He's a friend. When he was there, I was happy that he's down there. I told him this is what is happening in the palace. He said, yeah, I said, it cannot be. I put a letter through him. He submitted, he told them to put me in the list of people they will call on a particular day.
Yeah.
On that fateful day, they never call my name. I told you, this is what I told you. He called the protocol officer. I put this guy's name in. You see that the next appointment, you put his name there. The thing was truncated. The man was fed up. That was when the man knew that something really happened based on what we were telling him. So, from all indication, you discover that even the guy that came to challenge me, when he was coming, he had a fake document, a false document. That this document was 1970, 16th September 1970. This was document he was parading that his father was the Enogie of Ikpe in Benin West local government authority. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Then he now forged the Oba signature. This Oba Kezwa. He now forged the secretary to the Orion local government Abudu. He now put a military governor stamp here. Are you getting me? And as at this 1970, we were never under Orion local government. Secretary Orion Abudu. We were under Benin district. Ikpe had been under Benin district. From Benin district to Oredo, from Oredo to ikpoba. Ikpe had never been under Benin district. So what is baffling is that this same guy came that his father was the Nogie. Look at it here. His father was the Nogie. This is the first document he was parading with. It was in the part. He tendered this letter at the panel. The panel threw it away after investigating it. We will conduct a search at Orewa. I use a lawyer. This letter did not emanate from there. Okay. So at the end of the day, they were now, when they now ruled, see, when we were now defeated there at this Enogie level, that's when they now realized that there is no Enogie. That's when they started working. The palace was now swinging, tried to block the forces of this Obadia. At the end of the day, this guy was still persisting. I'm not used to violence. Yeah. We went to court. When we went to court, the court now ruled along with the decision of the palace. Look at what the court now said. The court now said that, are you with me?
I'm with you.
The court now said that the plaintiff, a declaration that the plaintiff in this case, Royal Highness Solomon Obaze, is the proper person for the stool of Ikpe, which the plaintiff properly occupies.
Okay, but after this ruling in 2009, and this is at the customary court.
Yes, area customary court.
Yes. That should be in Idobo.
Idobo there.
Yes. So yes. In this customary court, after the ruling or the judgment of this customary court, was this judgment contested in any
yes
court?
It now went to customary court of appeal. I go back under Justice Olubi Isibo. It now went to now went to appeal it again at customer. He failed there. He lost it there. He went to this on the same customary court of appeal under Justice Ahiero. He lost again. He went to court what do you call the court of High Court to appeal the judgment again. He lost too. He went to another court, another justice, Okungbowa. He lost it. And all this he was doing, he was challenging the status of the Enogie. He lost everything.
In all the appellate court that
yes, he went to court 2 under justice Ikpe.
Okay, that should be sometime around 2009.
Yeah, that is former
chief judge.
Former chief judge. He lost the appeal too. Then,
so in all of these court cases, after losing all the appeal, what was your advice from your legal officers?
No, as we were following all these cases, it was lost. So it is assumed that my office is still on. As long as I'm not resting, I'm not fighting anybody, I'm just relaxed. They are the one fighting, they are the one grumbling, they are the one fighting here and there. He's the one that was going to all this court. Once I had this case, when I got the palace, I relaxed. When I got this one, I relaxed. He's the one that is now going to legal fight now. He's the one that was now moving from one court to the other. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
Himself never went back to the palace and petitioned me. Okay. But me, I was the only one that was trying to reach the palace to tell the palace what is happening outside. And they never allowed me to go in. Himself that is claiming that you were not made your cow. You were supposed to be in the good book of the Oba. He never reported me to the Oba. That's where I knew that there was a foul play. Because with the way, even when this Oba came, I was seeing that you see him. Up to as I speak, this guy has not gone to the palace to tell the palace that somebody is fighting the position which his father gave. If I go to the palace, they block me. I'm the only one that go to the palace. I can prove it to you. I can show you.
So my conscious Edo people, it's been a revealing section here, and as you can see, I'm very happy that even the courts are
of appeal to the Oba
are rightly involved. So before me here, you can see the document. It's not coming out from me. It's a letter of appeal
to the Oba
from the office of His Royal Highness, the Okha Amadin Solomon Obaze, Okha of Ikpe village, Benin Kingdom, 12 Benin Abraka Road, Benin City, Bobaoka Local Government Area, Edo State, Nigeria, with telephone numbers boldly written here, and a letter addressed to the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Omonoba Nedo Ukwa Opolopolo, Oba Ewari II, Oba of Benin, Domo Omogun. Letter of appeal to Oba of Benin. With deep sense of respect and loyalty, I write to bring to the notice of our Reverend Monarch the activities of one Mr. Victor Egenayore Ikoswei, who is parading himself as the Okha of Ikpe village. I am a direct descendant and first son of late Okha of Ikpe, His Royal Highness Omori Julius Obaze, and after the demise of my father, I performed the necessary burial rites in line with Benin native law and customs. Based on tradition, the Okha title is hereditary, that is from father to son. I wonder why Mr. Victor Ikoswei is trying to lay claim to the title, which obviously does not belong to him. I am using this opportunity to appeal to His Royal Majesty to call Mr. Victor Ikoswei to order and direct him to desist from parading himself as the Okha of Ikpe and allow peace and progress to reign in the village. Once again, I pledge my loyalty to His Royal Majesty the Oba of Benin. Oba Atokpeye is signed by His Royal Highness Okha Amadin Solomon Omori Obaze, Okha of Ikpe village. This letter was dated 2nd of February 2018. So was there any response from the palace to this letter?
You can see that it was received.
Yeah.
No response.
Till date.
Till date. I get
Till
me.
today.
Till today, no response. I wrote another one.
So my conscious Edo people, if a traditional ruler in Benin writes memo to the palace, you see what we complain about? It does not get to the Monoban Edo.
Sir.
So if a traditional ruler is writing this to the monarch and it does not get to the table of the monarch, how then can the monarch, administrate on traditional matters that affect his people? I put it to you that Frank Erabor, being the secretary of the palace, would not allow such letter to fly since it is not in his interest. That is it. I can attest to this.
You also wrote.
I can attest to this. So there are still more evidences coming out. It is good we hear from the horse's mouth.
Yes. Frank Erabor also wrote 2018. Are you getting me?
Okay.
When he wrote to the judge when they did our police, when this man was an issue.
I am coming. At least I know DCP Peter Oko was one of the troublesome DCs that we had in Benin that, in fact, made so much money out of the troubled nature of our Benin communities. In fact, this man also spearheaded the demolition of very many communities in Ovia with the aid of what they call the Okomu oil. I can go on and on because I have evidences of these matters that sought to total extinction of native communities that had hospitals, Ogwedion, and other relevant traditional establishments in a Benin nation, in a Benin kingdom, that was spearheaded by this Peter Oko, all in a bid to acquire more money to himself. I stand to be corrected on any platform. I have evidences to that effect. Somebody shouldn't tell me, so I know what this implies. Now, a letter was written despite the fact that a traditional ruler in charge of a community with over 1,000 persons residing in that community wrote to the palace. What the secretary deemed fit, instead of drawing the Oba's attention to the fact that this man has written a letter to the Oba, he chose to respond to the police. And in response to the police, I will read it out for audience to hear. Because when I see such things like this, some of us know the beginning and the end. We can sit down and tell you this is what we have been lamenting over in Benin Kingdom. You cannot allow people who are not trustworthy to man traditional administrative offices because they will take opportunity of it to enrich their coast. That is what we have seen over the years. I stand to be corrected on any platform. I repeat again, on any platform over the activities of Frank Erabor. I have over 20 allegations that are being backed by facts. So anytime I hear Frank Erabor's issue, I know it's a money bought antecedent that must have taken place. So let me read out from what is here. I will quote what came out from the secretary's office, because I don't believe this will be coming out from my Reverend Omonobane Dokwa Apolobolo's office. Now let me read. He said BTC, that's Benin Traditional Council, A40 volume 1 volume LV 236, 27th March 2018, just a month and some few days after this okha seated here, wrote to the monarch, wrote to His Royal Majesty, which he is a subject to. Now, the Benin Traditional Council, through the secretary, choose to respond to the police rather than responding to their own. When I mean their own, somebody who is part and parcel of the Benin race, somebody who is an aboriginal son, who is crying that there's a problem in his community and he needs the intervention of the monarch to lay this problem to a rest. Now let me read what the letter wrote. He said, DCP Peter Oko, PSC, Deputy Commissioner of Police, State Criminal Investigation and Intelligence Department, the Nigerian Police Force, Edo State Command, ROE. The leadership tussle, conduct likely to cause breach of peace in Ikpe community situated along Benin-Abraka Road. I write to acknowledge the receipt of your letter, Ref number CRO 3000 EDS X volume T3/14 of 16th February 2018. That was just 14 days after the okha has submitted his own letter 2018 on above subject matter, and to inform you that Chief, please would you help me with this name again?
Chief Erabor
Ikoswei Agedo is the duly installed okha of Ikpe village in Ikpoba local government area of Edo State. With kind regards, Frank Erabor, Secretary. This is a bought over, without even hearing from Frank Erabor, I stand to be corrected. This is a bought over document. In fact, there are more of this scattered across our Benin communities, and I can tell you this is bought with money, ₦1 million or ₦2 million and a jeep. I stand to be corrected. I have seen very many of these. Now, this man is telling you that he has recommendation from the palace for a committee that was set up by the Oba that gave a ruling. Can you tell me what document made this Agedo the okha of Ikpe? I've not heard from him, but the moment Frank Erabor is mentioned, I know it's antecedent. Take me to any court of law, I will prove it beyond reasonable doubt.
Can witness it.
Take me to any court of law. It is so sad that they are reducing the respect, the undoubting loyalty of the Benin race to the Oba of Benin. And these things are done by people who want to enrich themselves, who want to make sure that they acquire more wealth, they acquire more and more and more properties from the Benin communities that are in crisis, all because they want whoever is willing to give them money to take charge of such communities so that they can continue tapping from the resources of these communities. So without wasting time, I have seen this. I know the character of the CP Peter Oko, you know, and I also know the character of Frank Erabor. These are people that in my course of activism in Edo State, I have interfaced with them on several occasions. As I told you, the CP Peter Oko, in fact, despite the fact that the Oba gave an order to the Okomu Oye to go and rebuild the communities they destroyed in Ovia, those communities are still in extinction. The DCP has served his tenure and retired from police, and our people are being displaced. It is this bad, it is this terrible. Now, I will allow the okha to go on with his case, but from what I've seen here, I'm only joining words because I know these things is what they enjoy doing, particularly Frank Erabor. These are the kind of things he enjoy doing with the palace, and despite the effort we have carried out to ensure that we draw the attention of the palace, nothing is being done. So I'm very happy that in no distant time we have been asked to come up with our claims and our allegations to the palace, and the palace will do something decisive. So that's why we are still talking. This is just one of many communities that have been, in fact, you see cultists today, people that are known cultists becoming ohe, becoming okaigeli. If the Benin Traditional Council is giving people who are cultists traditional leadership in a community, what does that imply? That implies to an extent that the Benin Traditional Council is endorsing cultism, and we know that that was not what our traditional institution stand for. So those persons who are misinterpreting whatever the opportunities they have, you know, to their own private estate, it's because they want to kill and give the Benin nation a bad name. So I will allow you, my most reverend okha, to speak further.
Yes.
So where we stopped actually was when there was a case before the state CID, and the DC wrote in sometime in February, and in March 27, after a month and some days, they got a response from the Frank. Secretary to Frank Erabor.
To Frank Erabor. Of which me myself, I wrote a letter. My own was a letter of appeal was the same 2018. That was February. February.
You can
this
see it
was
here.
March.
These two letters were written
almost the same time.
Now Frank Erabor choose to respond to one. Now even if the okha is not the okha as stated by the committee that was set up by Oba Hereditary of blessed memory, what stopped the palace from writing to this man through Frank Erabor that he is not the okha of Ikpe village? why is it that the palace is mute over this letter? So these are the atrocities, these are the nefarious acts of what is going on in our Benin Traditional Council. And for the fact that some of us have been victims, I can go on and on. The case of Olobo, when some of us decided to speak, they tagged us several names as if we were enemies of our own people. But that does not mean that for the fact that a Benin man is being oppressed does not mean that you will not speak truth, either to be against of the Benin man or to be in favor of him, but you must tread on the path of truth. That is what is keeping us going.
Hello, my people. I did see say una know they give thumbs up, and I can see Mommy Diaspora and our brother here, Henry, is already complaining about it. Please give thumbs up to this video. We only have 26 thumbs up, and we have about 130 people watching us right now. Please hit the like button. The thumbs up matters so much to us, like we have always stated to you guys. Make we carry this thumbs up to 50 before we continue now. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, my people. I know I make I interrupt to now, make we not continue this video. I hate interrupting you people, but when you don't give thumbs up like this, it's not a good thing for us at all. Please give thumbs up. Thank you very much.
Because on several occasions, we have seen very deteriorating statements and actions coming out from the, I quote me very well, from the office of the secretary to the Benin Traditional Council. Very, 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 very many disturbing letters. If there's an issue of traditional leadership in a community, how come the secretary is responding to a letter of one party and leaving the letter of the other party? This is an evidence. This is the stamp of the Oba of Benin. This letter was written on the 2nd of February and received by the palace on the 8th of February 2018. But a letter that was written by the same by police authority, dated on the 16th, 8 days after the okha has sent his letter, a response is out a month later. This is 2 years, 3 years, and
I can see now that the thumbs up, you guys have stopped again, and Mommy Diaspora is already saying that we need straight 100 before we start. Yes, I know we cannot achieve that because we are going to be here for a very long time, because we have about 100 something people watching us. To achieve that is not easy. So I want it to be 50, then we move on for a start. Come on, guys, give us thumbs up, make we move on, I beg. This one is very, very important. If you like the good thing that we're doing right here, don't always forget to give us thumbs up. We have 39 now. Please let the thumbs up keep flying. We are waiting for the like button. I beg, make una press them. We are waiting. We have 41 now. I beg, make una press them, make una press them, make we move on. Thank you very much, guys, for doing this. Yeah, make una press the thumbs up. I beg, I'm waiting. Yes, that's true. A lot of people watching from the TV, and to give thumbs up is always a problem. That's why. But you can use your phone to go to our channel and just hit the like button. Then we move on. Come on, guys. Press the thumbs up now. Make we move on right now. We have 45. 50 straight. We'll move on. But if we have to wait for 100, we're going to be here for a long time. I don't like the video to be interrupted because we have a lot of people watching from those states, from the Benin, even from the palace. A lot of people watching our channel. Interrupting them like that will be hard for us. Yes, make una press the thumbs up. Why is this thumbs up a thing that that is difficult for so many people? I don't know why. Make una press them. We have 121 people watching. The thumbs up matters a lot. Make una press them for us. Just hit the like button. God. Yes, yes, thank you. You guys are pressing it right now. Yeah, money diaspora 100 will take a lot of time, we cannot wait for that. We can do breakage within and within, hit the like button, guys. Now we hit 50. You guys continue to press the like button so that we can, because we are going to play it right now so we can move on. I don't want the break to be too long. I know whenever I play or whenever I'm talking like this now, when I go forget to press the like button, the thumbs up, to give us thumbs up, when I go forget, and I don't know why. So we did 51, make una the press and make they go 52. Thank you. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Make una the press and press the thumbs up, for some of the way they watch from television. Now there now the problem they come so, on a non nowhere. Mommy, that's where I beg, no verse, mommy. Not your verse, I beg. I can never fall your hand. I fear go let me try him. If we say we wait for 100, mommy, it go take long time. You see now we have 108 watching us. So to hit 100, it's not easy because 108 that is watching us, not all would like to give thumbs up. So if we have 200 watching us, we need straight 100. Yes, it's easy to achieve. If we have to hit straight 100 now, not that we're not going to hit it, but we are going to be here for the next 30 minutes without not playing this video, and then before we can achieve that, then it becomes a problem. So the break will be too much. So make we hit 60, make we play. We go still stop them again in the middle again to continue to achieve it. Because if not, a lot of people might just okay. The delay is too much. Like the one we did about 3 days ago, we waited for 45 minutes to hit the number we're waiting for before we continue. So I think that break was just too long for us. So we have 55 right now. Yes, we have 55. I am making a press now to 60. May I play the video? Somebody who pressed thumbs down before removed it. Thank you. Some people press thumbs down for reasons. Some people press it because they just hate you. Some people press it because they don't like the channel. Some people press it because they don't want give anything. But some people will just mistake press them, or they deliberately press them. Later they think about it and say, no need, make I give the guy a thumbs up. So that's how it works. But we don't really emphasize on thumbs down. We emphasize more on thumbs up. I bet make gonna take and go 60, make we play them now. When I remember say if I say make I follow mommy, that's what I rules. When I go wait tire, so I'm going out of lane now to beg mommy. That's where I make we do 60, make we plan for now. I beg make we carry on my people. We're gonna press and we are waiting for 5 people now to continue to play this video for you. Just 5 people. 5 more people will play this one, then we go move on from there. Precious Williams, thank you very much for that beautiful comment. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, 57. So let's it's now 59 now. So at the 60, I go play them. I beg Mo gonna help us beg mommy diaspora may let us play them for 60 so that we can move on. May the break not too much. When I beg mommy diaspora, I beg make we plan for 60, mommy. I beg. We dey beg you. No say mommy diaspora na street mommy. Once you don't put number for there, hey God, now that one they call mountain climbing. We'll call they climb, they go. Okay, 60 is done now. Okay, yes, 61. Okay. I beg me gonna continue to the press arm as we play this video for you. Thank you, everybody.
And 4 months now, no response. Is this justifiable? In any learned society where we respect for law and due diligence, is this of a reputable secretary? I leave the case for authorities to judge. So sir, please go on.
And before that, 2018, I also wrote December 2017 reminder on an area request for the proposed visit by the elders and people of Ikpe village to Your Royal Majesty on this same issue. Are you getting me? You can see that.
Yes, mommy diaspora, you are very right. You are very, very right. Sometimes I don't know why a lot of people have to wait for we to remind them to give us thumbs up. This is the only way, like you stated, to my put on for screen safe to show us Nigeria Watch love, But some people, if they are deliberately ignoring it, I don't know. The thumbs up means a lot to us. Anyway, before we continue this video, we get audio where we want make una listen to, then we will take them from there. This audio is very, very vital concerning this same situation where they go on. So for this land grabbing and the way that they treat people for Benin. So make una listen to this audio, my people. Before that, make I see whether una they hear me very well.
Letter to you on the aforesaid subject matter through my solicitor, dated to the first day of March 2017, humbly refer photocopy said letter. So this same letter was not honored. I also used my lawyer. When I wrote, when I first used my lawyer, they did not respond. That's when I now write this details of it. When my lawyer first wrote, it was see that was March 2017. This one was December 2017.
2017.
So when they refused to respond to that of the lawyer, we wrote to the Oba through the secretary. And this letter, that is update of the okha issue and the continuous deliberate distortion and misrepresentation of fact by some persons. Who are those persons? Is the same Frank Erabor, but I didn't want to quote. Then the letter was received. This is a legal document was received by the BTC. Received BTC is there again, but this letter no response. Because see that was March 2017. This one was December 2017.
2017.
So when they refused to respond to that of the lawyer, we wrote to the Oba through the secretary. And this letter, that is update of the okha issue and the continuous deliberate distortion and misrepresentation of fact by some persons. Who are those persons? Is the same Frank Erabor, but I didn't want to quote. Then the letter was received. This is a legal document was received by the BTC. Received BTC is there again, but this letter no response.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jabel Nati. Thank you very much. Like you stated, that this is your first contribution to our program. Thank you for passing by. We appreciate you so very much. My people, let's continue with this thumbs up. I can see that you guys have stopped again. We have 65 right there. Make we make am 70, make we continue. I want play audio for now. Immediately hit that 70 now. I get audio I want play for now right now. It's very, very important audio. Then we go continue with the video. We're here together. Let's do this together. We have to stop what is going on right now in our state. We have to draw the attention of the relevant authorities. Beg, make una hit the like button. The like button matters a lot. With this 67, now let's now let's 70 we need make we move on. I beg make una press on. Yes, we did 68 now. Press and press and press and 68 now. 69, good. 69. And I want to play audio for now. We'll continue with this video. Let I get audio what I want to make una listen to. You know. All right, yes, we don't reach the 70 now, right? Okay. I want to listen to this audio, my people. Okay, my wonderful people right there, as you can see, a lot of people are affected by this land grabbing of a thing, across Edo State. A lot of people are affected, and it's going on right now. This is why we are talking about it every day, because we want something to be done about it. You know, I don't want to make it happen to you first before you go know, say this one a very serious issue for here. Although it's a sensitive situation, especially when it involves some people we're not supposed involve. You know, so with the carry and come they give una, we want to make una be the judge, make we be the one where the carry and they come they give una. So this one now, we don't know how we want to settle this matter because everybody's coming out. A lot of people is affected. I bet we'll continue to listen to this video.
Yes, with what you are telling me, you are not far from the truth.
So then again,
because I find it very troublesome and very, 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 very inconsequential when there is a community tussle between two parties and correspondent has been opened, but the traditional council choose to respond to one. We are all administrative gurus.
yes,
Even in Edo State government, if you write a letter to Obaseki, even if he fails to respond, but when there's a reminder, there must be a response.
yes,
I write letters to government agencies, parastatals,
yes,
and I have response of all correspondents I've
these are
opened with them.
reminders,
But when you have people, in fact, I stopped writing letters to the palace since 2017. The last letter I wrote regarding to a lady who the family decided to take all her father's belongings because she's a female child, leaving her with nothing. And her father, you know, was so rich that in fact, his wealth was valued at over 500 million. The lady was left with nothing. The father died as soon as he came to Nigeria. She was in Europe. They took all the belongings of the father and left her with nothing. Till date, there's no single response from the palace. And when we wrote to the palace, the family members, in their wisdom, knowing fully well that they get bragged that she has reported the issue to the palace, they went behind us, bribed their way all through Frank Erabor. I stand to be corrected. The young lady is still living. She's somewhere in Barcelona today, scouting for a source of livelihood. Meanwhile, while the livelihood that her father has labored for her as the only child the father had is now in the hands of other family members training their own children. Is that justifiable? Is that the kind of life we want for our female children today? So these are issues that ordinarily the pronunciation of the monarch would have laid all the troubling matters to rest. So I know the antecedent of Frank Erabor is only there to enlarge his private estate. Take me to court, invite me to any police fora, invite me to any court. I am ready to go there with evidences. I have them in numbers. These are more that is strictly in today. I have them in numbers. And I also want to use this medium to also appeal to those persons who are close to our monarch that are also on social media, particularly our princesses and our royal mothers. The truth be said, this Frank Erabor is not bigger than those of you in the palace. This man again. We know all these things. All these things are not lies. It is not peculiar with one community. It is not peculiar with one local government. Frank Erabor has his evil antecedents in the entire length and breadth of Edo South. Any community that wants to buy judgment, they approach him. They buy all sorts of exotic vehicles. We are aware of all these things. We are aware of all this. So if this is how they want Benin nation to continue to flourish, for crying out loud, in the whole of West Africa, in the whole of the African region, there's only one kingdom that we know, that's the Benin kingdom. If this is how secretaries to our reverend monarch now administrate issues of the palace, I think it doesn't spare well. It doesn't spare well to those of us that are their subjects. It doesn't spare well when the secretary now choose the letter to show to the monarch and what not to show to the monarch. I think this calls for an urgent, when I mean urgent, investigation and intervention, and also an immediate removal of Frank Erabor from that place as the secretary to the Benin Traditional Council, because we have had heightened backwardness under Frank Erabor. Look at what is happening in most communities today. You see Curtis becoming okhaos, okaigeles, Nogies, okha, as the case may be, non-Curtists. Curtists with criminal record of visiting very many correctional centers in Benin. and across the length and breadth of Nigeria. They are not the ones presiding over our communities. When you allow courtists to preside over communities, that's why they will sell one land to 8 people. They will sell one land to 11 people, and they don't care. And these people that are passing through the pain to buy this land are Benin sons and daughters that have followed the Mediterranean Sea to Europe to look for a better life. Are Benin sons and daughters that are engaging themselves in one form of minimum continue, sir.
Yes. Like I told you, I showed you the letter that Frank wrote, and all this letter they are writing, they were all contemptuous. But within this period, this same man is in the court, either one or the, either in appeal court, in high court or court, appealing the judgment of high court. Then within the period, letters will be coming in from Frank.
From Frank.
Yes, some of these letters are contentious because once a court of competent jurisdiction is looking into a matter, nobody has right to comment on such issues. He's got most of this letter Frank is writing, most of this period, his client is contentious. Thereby Frank himself committing contempt of court at the same time. So the letter was also written to the then Honorable Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs. That letter was dated 22nd December 2014. The then Chief Lucky James. This was composition of communal traditional councils. Are you getting me? So we wrote to the elders of the land. We now spell out how everybody attain office in that place. Because that is stool of okha of Ikpe village is hereditary, and succession to the stool is primogeniture, and the exclusive traditional right to the stool reside in Obaze family. And the present okha is Amadi Solomon Obaze.
Signed by the Ojonwe of Ikpe.
Yeah,
this Ojonwe still alive?
Yeah, this Ojonwe is alive.
Okay, you see the Ojonwe?
Yes, I made him an Ojonwe 2007. 5 Ojonwe have served me since I assumed office. 5 Ojonwe have served me, and nobody has deviated. So what is happening now is the power that the Frank Erabor that is turning the community upside down. Because the people that own the land, which are the kingmakers, I tell you this is what is obtainable in their land. You are saying this is order from the palace.
It's not the
I understand. I know what I'm saying. I'm just that this is what I wrote. Misrepresentation. I wrote something here. See now, misrepresentation, distort and of fact by some persons. You know what happened? That's how we want Toba to know. So that's why he's not replying, because we wrote through the International Council. That's why, because he's the one misrepresenting the facts. So, like, what I want to tell you is that this letter was written to the then commissioner. See, everybody signed, or don't worry, sign, all the elders signed, confirm that I am the one there. The secretary signed. The youth chairmen are there. CDA chairman signed. The youth chairman signed, and everybody signed. For your information, these people, this ministry went into investigation too. They called both parties, and Frank was invited. I will see Frank letter before. Now, Frank refused to attend to the ministry's panel of inquiry.
He never came.
He never came. Then the ministry, the then director there, that said, the Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, BTC is under
The
local
ministry
government,
and Chieftaincy
and local
Affairs.
government they are under Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs. So a boss cannot go to a boy. A boy is the one that calls. Since they invited him through a letter, I was there when the letter was given to the clerk in the ministry to go and give it to Frank. Frank refused to come, and equally, I believe he advised the other guy not to come. But the whole village were in the ministry. Are you getting me? Then
what was the resolution of the ministry?
yeah, look at the resolution.
Let me help you to read it.
Read it.
You can see this is a letter from the Ministry of
Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs.
Ministry of Local Government and Chieftaincy
They
Affairs.
would directed it to
Secretariat building. Directed to the Secretary,
yes.
Benin Traditional Council. Oba Palace, King Square, Benin City.
After calling him,
Resolution of Ikpe Chieftaincies 2 crisis in Ikpoba Okha local government area. I write to confirm that following the intervention and subsequent investigation by the Ministry of the aforementioned crisis occasioned by intelligence reports of possible breakdown of law and order in the community. It is in this view of the ministry that His Royal Highness Solomon Amadine Obaze is the recognized holder of the traditional stool of Ikpe in Ikpoba Okha local government area. 2. The position of this ministry on the crisis has been earlier rightly found by the 2008 report of the panel of Benin chiefs chaired by Chief Douglas Uso.
That's the panel Yoba said.
The
Odobaiwu
of Benin Kingdom, constituted by His Royal Majesty Omonobanedo Kwapolopola Obaerediawa,
that's the panel.
Obaerediawa, the Oba of Benin, to investigate the matter and affirmed by the subsisting judgment of Idobo Area Customary Court delivered on 6th September 2013 by Justice E.I. Eweka, Miss President. A comprehensive report of the ministry's investigation is attached to this letter. 4. A copy of this letter has been endorsed to His Royal Highness Solomon Amadine Obaze, the customary head of Ikpe community, for his information, please. Chief Lucky E. James, Honorable Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs. This is under
Lucky James there.
Under Lucky James,
yes.
Yes.
The commissioner there.
Yes.
You see, they investigated the matter too, and they followed suit with what the panel said, what the court said, and they came out with their own recommendation.
Now,
so
which one is this one from the Ministry of?
Yes, this one again too. Before you do that time, these boys now they've already hijacked the community. They are now practicing CDE. They do not allow me to enter the community. Courts everywhere. They will not allow me to enter the community because I'm a law-abiding person. I always follow due process. I also have to write to the Ministry of Local Government, Ministry of Establishment and Special Duty, to inform them that my community has been hijacked by some hoodlums that call themselves CDAs. The ministry also gave me they did their investigation and gave me their consent. And this was a government announcement saying that I am the owner of that place, that I am the one that has right to nominate whoever and who is not supposed to be. They not gave me the certificate of CDA. As I speak today, I'm the one that is holding CDA. I'm the one that is having the CDA certificate. But people are still passing back, selling. They've virtually sold your land. Neighboring community have trespassed on that, sold land because I could not get to the Oba to tell him what is happening in my community so that I'm sure the community.
With all these evidences, judgment from customary court, judgment from Ministry of Chieftaincy and Local Government
Affairs,
Ministry of Establishment and Special Duties,
Palace panel report, Hereditary. That's the strongest.
To what effect is Frank Erabor's position, and to what is informing his judgment that Agedo is the okha of your community? It is only because he has collected money.
Yes.
It's only because he has collected, and it's so painful that our Benin nation is deteriorating every day, every night, every morning. I'm so ashamed. I must say this as a Benin man. I'm so ashamed. Growing up as a young man, I have an Enogie in my community. I come from Isi.
Okay,
I have an Nogie in Isi. I don't think, growing up as a child, I've never heard of anybody in my community coming to say that they are not the new Enogie or the new okha in my community. So pictures. I don't know. I can see very clear. This is Lucky James. I can see him. I can see very clear.
This object is still alive now.
So you don't have to state further with what you have said thus far. I think behind the camera, after we must have summarized a meeting we are having tomorrow morning, I think we are going to call for a state protest against the secretary to the Oba of Benin, because what this man is doing is to plunge Benin's communities into crisis.
Which the crisis is already on.
Fulani herdsmen are killing, you will never hear them make statements. But when there's a community where there's development, because they want to come through the back door to get lands to sell and to get proceeds from lands that have been sold, they will look for somebody who is criminal in nature, somebody who they think they can use to manipulate the community and begin to fight constituted authorities. It is so sad. It is not the order of the day. There's nothing to hide again.
Yes.
If a local government authority as big as the Ministry of Local Government Affairs and Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs can investigate a matter and invite the secretary to the palace to come and answer to some questions that he wrote on, he refused to come. What does that imply?
Because you know that he will be disgraced there.
What does that imply? So, my conscious Edo people, you have heard from the Enogie with what he has said thus far and documents I'm seeing with him here. I don't think this man is telling lies. With what I've seen with my eyes this afternoon, I comment Igbogu Emmanuel, I don't think this man is telling lies. You can even see picture. This is
my father's stool where I'm sitting. That's my stool where I sit. These are all the elders.
This is a picture of the Okawo of Ikpe in Isogwedion.
And the elders,
the elders in council, you can see them.
You.
How the Odonwe still alive?
He's alive. He's alive. That is old.
You can see. So people like this who are respecting the Benin customs and tradition, why degrade them to a subject of anarchy? Why degrade them to a state of community anyhow? You can imagine when this community was peaceful, you can see how they assemble. Tell me now, how many people can assemble like this in the community?
No way.
If you even call Frank Erabor now and the Agede to go and swear in the palace now that what they said is right, let them try it.
Let them come swear. That's what we're fighting for.
They should come and swear that what they are doing is right to an oath, and see if the gods of our land will not rise up and strike them from wherever their hiding place is. You can imagine. Look at it. A peaceful community turned into a war zone. And what will be going on in that community now is that they will be selling people's land that have been resold. A land that the community has given out through the community allotment committee, they will still constitute their own allotment committee and continue selling that land. Then tomorrow now, when there's a court judgment that gives this Okao a full-fledged authority to take over his community, what will now be the position of those people that bought land from these criminals? Will you tell him to fold his hands and allow criminals to come and sell over his community? The answer is no. So these are the issues. These are the issues rocking our Benin communities. Few days ago, you heard from the horse's mouth, from the Tipa Garage chairman, how he is even a victim. Somebody that donates raw materials for communities to develop. They are also reselling his land in the name of Okaigele and Ohe and judgment of the palace. So this is becoming very troublesome. As an activist and as a progressive, we are going to coordinate a statewide protest, because for what I'm seeing now, this is the first time I'm seeing somebody going to as far as the local government and chieftaincy affairs ministry to look into a matter. The local government and chieftaincy affairs committee is the one directly in charge of all traditional stools. Or when I mean all traditional stools, all communities and all traditional stools in the 18 local government of Edo State and the 192 wards of Edo State. So you see that the secretary who just came in to the palace in 2015 or 16 now knows more than the issues. So if you come up.
These are correspondence from government. When my father was there, this is 1976. When my father was applying for a secondary school during the time of private secretary to the honorable commissioner.
Don't worry, we know what to do. Are we back? So my conscious Edo people, particularly with the Beninese, we are now a subject of mockery to other ethnic tribes in Edo State.
Yes.
And I stand firm. You all know me very well. I'm not somebody who says something during the daytime and change mouth at night. from what we are seeing here, what the secretary to the Oba of Benin Palace is doing is to encourage crisis.
I wrote one recently to indicting Frank Erabor. I wrote one recently.
You can see, and this letter now written since last month, no response. Submitted to the palace, no response. So when things like this are done and the constitutional authorities choose to remain quiet, what are they saying? Tomorrow they will now subject this matter to police litigation or police investigation.
Police don't chop money tire.
Police will end up eating money from Peter.
They know Frank.
Eating money from Paul. I myself, who is seated here, have been alleged of terrorism against the Benin Traditional Council, that I have a terrorist group and I'm practicing international terrorism. I was investigated by the AIG Zone 5, who in his wisdom told me to go home and return no more. Till today, I have case files in the station there for false allegation. I've been begging police to charge to court against me myself for speaking truth to power. And Hausa man was the one that said, young man, get up from here, don't live on personal recognition. My case file is there in the Zone 5, investigated by homicide, investigated by SIB, investigated by ZIB, investigated by anti-courtesan. I was alleged by the messenger errand boy of Frank Erabor, Kotisugbo. Till date, it is not a hidden affair. What have people come out to say? Rather, when they see some of us, they call us hungry people. I've never for one day sold a land in Benin Kingdom. God bear me witness. If I lie, let God squeeze life out of me. I've not sold any of our aboriginal land. I come from a community where they sell land. I've not sold an aboriginal land that belongs to me because I see it as a waste of time. But these people that are also benefiting from the wealth of our land, instead of standing by the path of truth, treading on the path of justice, what they enjoy doing is to create more problem because they want to acquire more monies to themselves. So my Okawo, most respected Okawo, I want to, before we leave, take a concluding statement from you before we end up this wonderful broadcast.
Yeah. Yes. You've seen all my documents and both oral and everything, pictorial, oral. What I'm begging is for you people, whoever can take this message to the Oba, to let the Oba know that things are really happening in some of our institutions in Benin, villages in Benin.
Okay, my people, time for thumbs up. Time for thumbs up now. I beg. Make una make this thumbs up, make it complete 100, make we move on. We have 79 now. 79 now. You know, make we take on to 100, make we move on. Because be like say, una don't stop since when I talk, say make una give us thumbs up. You know, make una just take on to 100, and I promise I will play and make we move on. You know, we don't need to stay here for so long. I get another very interesting video for una. You know, so this video, a very important one from our brother Pahitro. I think don't talk now say how many governor we get for those states. He talk to the extent say Abi Abat Obaze and Governor Obaseki they drag position. He still talk to the extent say maybe our governor he talk to the extent say maybe Abat Obaze and Comrade Tony Kabaka who can't do pass for Edo State at the moment. So that video they come immediately we finish this one. We'll come talk and we'll deliberate on that. I'm not saying a land issue there, so we want to talk another matter. But all this matter what they talk, so all of them come from the same state, Edo State. Make una give me the thumbs up, make we move on. I beg my people. Make una give us thumbs up. Now 85 days, so make una press the thumbs up, make we move on because we have 132 people watching. That thumbs up now, make you reach 100 before we play this video and move on. You know, I beg. Now that one, I make me pause and so make una press the thumbs up, my people. If you they watch me from telly, to press the thumbs up not hard. You know, if you don't feel use your remote to do them, carry your phone, go Naija watch for YouTube, click this video where they watch so, touch the thumbs up. Wait there under the video. So if you don't touch them, you continue to watch from your telly. It's very easy, very illustrative. So it's not hard like that, the way some people they see them. You know, we did 86 now. Make we move the thumbs up Make we move on. Make we dey go, my people. 87. Well done, well done, well done, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your understanding. 89. Good. Make we dey carry on the go. Je. We go soon reach there. We are waiting for thumbs up. Yes, we are waiting for thumbs up. I can see Maria Palmer Aro. They help us, they advocate them right now. We did 90. Yes, now only 10 remain. We could play this video, more finish and more for move on. Because we get another video straight away. As this one they finish, when they come back live again. Make us join us again. Make we finish that one together. Because that one, get the way that one take day. Now another matter, a different dimension. Now that one BO. But now still from Edo State. Everything way they happen. Edo State, Benin City, Edo State, Benin City. Now only we did in Nigeria. So now because they bring a command. Although many other states get their own wahala, we still their body, they get their own problem with their body. So not be only we get our own what they talk about. Everybody they talk about their own. You just say even self, our own state still better pass so many states. Oh, as we they talk, so moon and not forget so many states. Now killing. Now you they go on for there right now as we they speak. So, but still, we're not going to fold our arms. We'll say because say other state they die, we never start to die. No, just quiet. No, we need to start speaking now to stop it. Anything we want happen for future. And people, make una hit the like button. May reach 100. Make we continue to listen to this video. We have 93 right now. I bet press that like button. Make we move on. Make una press them. You know, we have 142 people watching us, and we have 93 thumbs up. You know, make una press and make it reach 100. Now only 7 remain. Make we play this video for now. Make we finish them. Now only 7. Yes, only 7. I just remain. Make we move on. Make una press and make we move on. That's 7. Best love. Thank you very much for your encouragement. I appreciate you so very much. Thank you. I beg, if you never press the thumbs up, on our way they comment section, so make una press them. I believe say many of on our way they comment section and don't press them. I beg, make una join us. Make una help us press this thumbs up, make it reach 100. Yes, Manfredo Entertainment, you are right. Killings is going now. Because they talk about it every day now. No for stop and before the thing escalates. Because we know say at the moment now for Edo State, the matter it all pass. Be careful. The way CDA matter take they die here, before they come ban them. Let's say come the better part one with they now. All this one now they will collect your line. If you talk, they will kill you. Now with they, I know what you they talk about my brother Manfredo Entertainment. I understand you. You know, say as it be. That's what they talking for this channel. Now 98 days so make una let her reach that 100. Make I play this video for una. Make we begin to move on. Although if you reach that 100, say una they listen to this video, make una not the pause for una thumbs up. Make una they press them, you know, because sometimes if I don't they talk like this, una go pause. If they play video, una go pause. I don't know how una think they do that one. Make una they press thumbs up. Thumbs up means encouragement. It means well done for the good job you are doing. That's what it means. You can Google that yourself. Do your own research. What is thumbs up? If you press thumbs up, some people say they all press thumbs up like this, money go enter your account. No, not be like that. If we not go school, not mean we not know information. Some people, not be all of us go school, fine. But some people, they will not go this school. They get sense past us. You know me. Just do your own information. Do your get your own information. Do your own research to know what is thumbs up. Not be say you press some money, they enter account. It means say this video. Thank you for your time where you spend. That 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Why I take it down to talk to now? That is the encouragement that will take me. That be that. When I press them, we did 98. Now 100 we need. We could play this video. And the 100 is just around the corner. We need just 2 more persons to press this now to activate this video now. Make we move on. Marapama, Aro. Thank you very much. You say 99, now we did so, and I just say I'm now 99. Now we really did so. 1 more person, now remain. Yes, Henry. Oh, thank you very much for coming back. Yes, we are still here. We're here with you now. 1 more round up with this one. Maybe we go back to the straight video again where it concern Abatobaze, Komitoni Kabaka, and Paichu, and also Governor Obaseki. So make we move on. This one don't reach 100. I bet make una still the press ammo. Make una not stop because say I play this video. Una do well. Now God, now go bless you now.
hoodlums are taking over Benin. Frank Erabor, they've used their document to turn make child to be enemy of father, father to be enemy of a child, make Enogie to be enemy of you, to make you to be enemy of Enogie by way of their letters. They parade everywhere without proper investigation. You get me? Because most of the things they are doing, the highest bidder gets the good results.
Exactly.
Highest bidder, if you don't have money to pay them, they will not attend to your matter. They will turn the matter upside down. So I'm begging the Oba Abini, Oba Ewari, Ogidigan to help us to resolve this matter of the community by giving us ears for us to come and express or explain ourselves to him, because things are getting out of hand. We are no longer sleeping well, we are all sleeping with one eye open. As we speak now, hoodlums, cultists have taken over communities where you have a Nogie or okha, the case may be. Some Nogie have been turned to okha, some okha have been turned to a Nogie, and we have not been able to hear from our father to tell us the name we'll be bearing. So we are just going like that. And we are being threatened every day through people with arms, so that we will not be able to express ourselves. So we are still begging our royal father.
It's
Where has come. I know he's a man of great wisdom. I know all this will be put to rest one day. But there should be an action. Those that are taking the messages to him should try and do all things to make sure the message get to him. I know it's not going to be easy, Sha, but they should try their best. God, our ancestors, will guide you people that are doing this job so that this message will get to the Oba, so that peace will reign in various villages.
Thank you
Have
very
this
much.
problem, yeah.
Thank you very much. My conscious Edo people are so sad that day in, day out, the Benin Traditional Council, through the sharp practice of Frank Erabor, is losing the strong grip of respect that over the years our society has accorded to our most reverend Oba Benin, Oba Hereditary of today's stool. Oba Ewari of today's stool. I want to appeal to those Benin sons and daughters who are hearing us now, because there's a saying that when you push a horse to the wall, it has to fight back for survival. What we are saying is that they should not allow Benin kingdom to tolerate to that level, where some group of people will come under the body of secretary boys, loyal boys to the secretary. They will begin to administrate, misappropriate, and hijack what is not rightfully theirs. So once again, having thrown more light to this, I expect in coming days you would hear more of action than speaking. Now we are coming out via the social media, via the print and electronic media. The other day when we were in Talakawa's parliament with one of our leaders, Kola Idopaye, you also overheard when the people came out to say their mind in that press conference. But to date, there's no response from the palace. In fact, if you were to be a statement from the other side of Agedo, and Frank Erabor was to respond to it, you will quickly hear Frank Erabor speak on Speed FM, ITV, EBS, Channels, KUFM, all the media stations in Edo State. He will speak on all of them. He will respond to all of them. But when there's an allegation backed by facts against him, he will decline response. Is that how we see custodians of our traditional councils? Is that how we see officers who are meant to serve with the people in our traditional councils to be doing things that will hurt the peaceful nature of our state? That is all we have to say for today. It's been a wonderful and enriching segment. Please, we are over 100 watching this broadcast now. You will do us a lot of favor to help the Benin Nation by sharing this broadcast. Thank you very much. And in no distant time, we will also communicate to you all a day for a statewide protest in Benin. We are also consulting at the level of civil society to ensure that we have all hands on deck, because we have noticed that the primary purpose of communal disputes and multiple sales of land is owing to the fact that those persons surrounding our monarch is not telling him the truth. So once again, thank you very much, and do not relent to also participate when you hear that we are calling for a statewide Benin protest. Thank you very much. Malakao, I will not leave this broadcast without encouraging you. From what you have seen, from documents that I have seen here, I don't think 20% of the Benin communities have this kind of fact finding in the full-fledged community. From what I've seen here, from Ministry of Chieftaincy Affairs, from the Palace, from Ministry of Special Duties, from the Ministry of Special Duties, I make bold to say that you cannot be intimidated. They say trouble may last for a while, but peace come to reign forever. So I believe someday, in no distant time, you will get justice. So my only advice is that continue to told the path of peace and continue to be prayerful, and do not fall for any cheap blackmail. As to the fact that as I speak to you now, I am getting calls from persons who can actually resolve this issue from the palace, and I tell you and I bet you, in no distant time, you will get response. Thank you very much. So viewers, thank you for your time. I have series of calls ringing my both phones. I want to assure you that you will get to hear the full feedback of this issue, Okoromi issue, Igwomo issue, Obazuwa issue, Ikpe issue, about 13 of them that is on the burner on our media. And I also want to thank all our brothers on YouTube. Please ensure you air this thing and also send it to the private accounts of our authorities in Benin that you have access to. Thank you and stay blessed for now. Bye for now.
Right, my people. We have a caller right here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
From London, please.
Okay, go ahead, sir. Talk to us. Just 2 minutes, please.
All right, thank you very much. But I'm calling in regard of this Okoromi and every issue.
Okay, go ahead.
What that boy Okha is doing in the community. I like the way you are showing the world what's palace.
Okay.
And the thing, because when Roland, the Ojongo of Amada, and most I get to Nigeria,
Yeah.
and Chief Bamawo, they are the one that caused the problem there. And this so-called Ebo Amagba and Idoikere, those are the guys that are heading Awoha. There's never been an aware. Each community in Benin, Oba Basili, all community Shema have now automatically become an ON. How is that possible? The palace should restructure themselves and he has to call the king, to call the kings into order. If he cannot do it, the palace should take their hands off land issue. It should go back to the state government.
Okay.
Go to Johnny that they are calling away. The father is not from Egbere. The mother is from Egbere. How can a son of a female person become an away in his mother's land, not his father's land? So those are the questions we should be asking the governor and we should be asking the Oba to election us. Why is a title, just like a pastor? So there's no two ways about it. The palace have to call them. Before they can be an ON, there should be an existing OA in the community.
Yeah.
They have to look into that issue. If there's any community that there's no an existing OA, there should not be a new OA. When those kids, we know what is going on around there. Even my house, I built my whole house there. They sold my house as we are speaking now. The land that was remaining, they sold it, they built it. I went to court, I went to police, none of them responded. Actually, we can't do nothing. So, the problem of Benin and the land crashes is from the palace. If anybody's going to be held responsible, the king should be held responsible for what is going on in the land.
All right, it's okay. To be honest, there's the kind of comment we can take here, sir, with all due respect.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
Yes. I understand that there are one or two persons in the palace that is involved on this, but because it's a very sensitive situation, we need to be careful. And I just want you guys to be seeing what is going on the state, but I'm still very, very careful with my utterances.
I understand, sorry about that. But what I'm telling you is that I have my own proof.
Yeah.
What I have, even the credit of the Oba, I will send you the link so that you listen to what the Oba said. The Oba simply said, give 4 plots of land to their John Way of Okorami because he built in Egbere's land. He has been there for years. That was what the Oba said then. They should go back to the boundary that his father, our Hereditary, where he demarcated the community. But the chief went ahead and did something opposite. You understand? That's why everybody is angry. Everyone is confused. People have lost millions, my brother.
Of course.
Lost millions in that community.
You are right.
So that guy, before you can destroy a house in any part of the world, there should be a permission from the court. What we should be asking, which judge that gave that owner the permission to be destroying people's houses? The governor, we can see governor, Excellency, he has to look into this issue. He really has to look into this issue. The judge or the lawyers or the police that they are using, then we should ask them the question. If they have the permission to destroy any building, you must go to court to take a permission. If there's no permission, why is not bigger than the governor?
Yeah.
It's not bigger than the governor. The governor has to be fair and work for everyone. We all labor to make it to put in there. When he's silent now, it's not good for us. It's not good for us, and it's not good for his name as well. Now, they're pushing investors away from Benin. Development cannot come like that. My whole take is this: let's set an inquiry. All those OA in all the community, any community that there's no an existing OA, it should be abolished. Because they left CDA and they went under the umbrella of the palace of they use it as OA to start doing whatever they feel like doing.
Yeah.
They think that they are God. So there's no way any young guy you see from a youth chairman is now 30 years old any community that is not existing automatically they give them beat, they give them everything. No. When we were growing up, we know before Oba will call you and give you a beat. You understand me, my brother?
Yeah.
It's someone that everyone knows in the community. You know, that is doing well for the community. For Oba can call and say, I gave you a beat, he is genuine. You understand? But nowadays, I don't know who's giving them the oil of a teaching. They've set an inquiry. And I'm begging you, my brother, please, don't back off in this issue. What we want is we want the message to get to all the chiefs and everything. We want the message to get to the palace.
Yes.
Oba have issue. Every community that you have sent the chiefs to go and make peace, they should set an inquiry and check all those communities. And I can tell you, over 30 communities are on fire in Benin.
Thank you very much, sir.
This particular chiefs, please, my brother.
Thank you, sir.
May God bless you and uplift you for your good work you are doing.
Amen. Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. Yeah, bye. All right, my people. Now there, now we'll go end this particular show. We'll come back straight away on the issue we consign Pahicho. Now this one can't talk about Obaze, can't talk about Onikabaka, can't talk about the governor of the state. In fact, he talk and say how many governor we get for those states. He can still talk and say between Tony Kabaka and Abat Obaze, which one can't do pass now for those states. I beg, make una join us for that one as we end this one now. Make una not forget to give us thumbs up for this particular video. Una thumbs up, it means a lot to us. Now because of our day here, una see us this morning back to back. In 5 minutes time, in case you not receive notification, just refresh, make you join me. I day here with you now. God bless you all.